This journey begins on a rainy morning on the 4th of June. The total journey took us 3 months to complete. This includes being in Edmonton on Canada Day, which leads us to sauntering around the Legislature building in downtown Edmonton, Alberta, then watching the fireworks from the waterfront there. Both my birthday and Kat's birthday were spent as part of this trip, as well as a visit to Kathy's brother and sister-in-law in Markham, Ontario, before coming home. By the end of the journey, we had traveled over 7,500 miles, 1,270 kilometers, and managed to stow away an amazing number of memories and beautiful places and scenery we had witnessed. We ended up calling the trip the Wow Tour, which was what we coined it just shortly after entering Jasper, where we saw some of the most beautiful mountains and wildlife vistas you can imagine. So come along and join us on the Wow Tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Traveling Wildberries.
I must say, this is a drive I would recommend to anyone, especially younger folks who wonder what Canada is all about. It is truly a breathtaking journey and a unique life experience.
Yes, truly an amazing journey. Here we go. Part 1, Sudbury.
The rain basically followed us for most of the 3-hour trek down the Trans-Canada Highway, which took us through many little towns and areas that dot the path along the way.
Reporter, road cut.
Sturgeon Falls, I've heard of that place. Little church there.
Yeah. It only really started to clear as we pulled into Sudbury. No, not like the sky cleared and the sun came out, but it did stop raining.
and we walked away.
We stopped to get our bearings at, you guessed it, the local Walmart. And apart from a few quick stops to take pictures of churches and so on, we didn't really make many stops other than that.
In the morning, we found ourselves driving across the Bridge of Nations, which took us to a large empty parking spot right across the street from Bell Park and the Grace Hartman Amphitheater.
These two spots just happen to be down the road from the Science North, so after touring the park and checking out the Miners Walk, we walked up the hill to the museum.
They had an IMAX movie playing, so we decided to check that out. It was a story about a young native boy who fell asleep and ended up having a dream, which showed him the ancient wisdoms of the universe, which he came to understand to be the concept of cultural astronomy. It was very interesting.
Then after that, we went in search of our overnight spot.
In the morning, we headed over to see the big attraction, Sudbury's Big Nickel. Canada is a leading producer of nickel, and the mining of this metal has contributed significantly to the nation's economy. The industry is closely tied to the Sudbury Basin, whose mines have produced the greater part of the metal in this country. Nickel, in association with other metals, was discovered here in 1883, and mining for copper began shortly thereafter. But it was not until the 1890s, with the development of nickel-steel alloys, that the ore was mined primarily for its nickel. The Creighton mine, which opened in 1900, became the largest nickel mine in the world.
And there we go. That was it for part 1 of the WOW Tour.
Stay tuned for part 2, which takes us further down the highway where we enjoy a quick visit to Sault Ste. Marie and some amazing drone footage while doing an overnight stay at the Twilight Resort on the banks of Lake Superior.